Hello, and welcome to a varied set of challenging Bible questions. We'll start with multiple choice, then finish with a handful of open questions. Let's begin. Question 1. What was the value of 2 sparrows in Jesus' day? Was it 1 piece of silver, 1 bag of salt, 1 mite, or 1 farthing? And that was 1 farthing. You'll find the answer in Matthew chapter 10. Question 2. Elisha purified a pot of stew that had been poisoned with what? Was that wild mushrooms, wild gourds, arsenic, or bad cheese? And that was wild gourds from 2 Kings chapter 4. Question 3. Where did the ark, as in Noah's Ark, land? Was that Mount Horeb, Mount Carmel, the mountains of Ararat, or Mount Sinai? And it landed on the mountains of Ararat in Genesis chapter 8. Question 4. How many stalls of horses did Solomon have for his chariots? Was it 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, or 80,000? All seem ridiculous, but the answer is 40,000 in 1 Kings chapter 4. Question 5. What did Elisha pray for the Arameans when they came down against him? Was it that God would strike them dead? That God would strike them with blindness? That God would show him a way out even though there was no way? Or that God would hobble their horses? And Elisha prayed for the Arameans to be struck blind in 2 Kings chapter 6. Question 6. For what purpose was the moon created? Was it to control the flow of the tides on earth? To give light to the earth? To reflect the glory of the sun? Or to cause men to sleep? And Genesis chapter 1 says it was to give light to the earth. Question 7. Who shot King Joram between the shoulders so that the arrow pierced his heart and he died? Was that Jehu, Zedekiah, Jeremiah, or Joash? And that was Jehu in 2 Kings chapter 8. Question 8. Of what tribe were the archers who could shoot arrows and slingstones with either the right hand or the left? Were they Benjaminites, Levites, Simeonites, or Reubenites? And the ambidextrous warriors were the Benjaminites in 1 Chronicles chapter 12. Question 9. Who did the Lord instruct Moses to make holy garments for? Was it all the Levites, Korah, Aaron, or himself? And Moses had to make holy garments for his brother Aaron in Exodus chapter 28. Question 10. In the Song of Solomon, he describes the smell of his wife's garment as like what? Is it the smell of Lebanon, the smell of Zion, the smell of camphor, or the smell of cinnamon? And much like Australia has the smell of eucalyptus, the answer is the smell of Lebanon in Song of Solomon chapter 4. Question 11. Proverbs tells us, in the house of the righteous is much treasure, but in the revenues of the wicked is it contention, murder, dearth, or trouble? And that's trouble. in Proverbs chapter 15. Question 12. Proverbs 31 describes a wife who makes her own clothing. What colour is it? Is it red, purple, blue, or golden? And if you want to look it up, that's Proverbs 31, and the answer is purple. Question 13. Which church did the Apostle Paul tell, "Therefore, among God's churches we boast about your perseverance and faith in all the persecutions and trials you are enduring"? And as a choice, you've got his letters to think of. And Paul told that to the Thessalonians, specifically 2 Thessalonians chapter 1. So no multiple choice from now on in. Question 14. The only book of the Bible that begins with a blessing on all who read, hear, and keep the words written in the book is which book? And that's Revelation. Question 15. During the Last Supper, what two things are said to have represented Jesus' flesh and blood? A nice easy one. And that's the bread for his body and wine for his blood. And question 16. Which book of the Bible contains Jesus' final words? And that is Revelation. So, if you didn't know all the answers, maybe you've got some reading to catch up on. You'll likely find the relevant chapters on this channel, or if you prefer the King James Version, have a look at my second channel, King James Retold, for daily readings of the original text. There'll be a link in the description below. But until next time, goodbye and God bless.